Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's the Monday after NFL Week 6, and as usual, we're going to do our preview of the Thursday night game for NFL Week 7, Pats and the Jets with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Well, thank you, Peter.
All right, well, you nailed the Thursday night game last week with the Colts. How'd you do at your site, OffshoreInsiders.com, this past week?
Yeah, it's like I said, I've been doing this a long time, and not just professional handicapper for 27 years, but gambling and handicapping long before that. It's as weird of a stretch as I've had where not just one, but like I've been burned by teams scoring 2 touchdowns in closing minutes to burn me the last couple weeks. But still a nice weekend in the NFL, 3-2 entering the Monday night game, including hitting our only wise guy play, which was actually a play that I think we gave here, if I remember. Oakland, they almost won outright, but they covered easily. So, some mixed results, but in the NFL, looks like another winning week.
Well, one of the winners that you gave us in the videos last week was Denver over the Jets, right? And that was a huge public play. Everyone was on Denver, and I did talk to Brent from BetDSI, and he told me that he did get some sharp action on the Jets coming back the other way. Here they are, though, on a short week in sort of a similar situation, plus 9.5 on the road against the Pats. Totals 46 or 46.5. The Pats crushed Buffalo, right? But they did suffer, a few injuries there. The Jets, the question is exactly how bad are they? Exactly how much does the short week matter here? 9.5 points is a ton of points. They got that tight end Amaro who's doing a little bit better. I'm going to tell you what, Joe Duffy. Maybe I was super fucked up last night, but I'm thinking that maybe the Jets plus 9.5 is the right side here. What do you think, Joe?
Now, I'm going to go again with New England. It's a similar circumstance to really what I said last week. The analysis is somewhat similar in that, again, the quarterback has always been the most important position in football, but in 2014, with the rule changes and a lot of other things going back to in college football, where they're making athletes at wide receiver, and obviously that translates into the pros. We're talking about back-to-back weeks where there's a gross quarterback mismatch here. And Tom Brady, again, a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. What do we keep telling you? Good teams, they don't just lose a chip on their shoulder after just one game. 2 games ago, or really 3 games ago now, they were blown out by Kansas City. And since then, they've annihilated opponents by a combined 80-39 score. Now you're talking about an offense that all of a sudden is clicking against a Jets offense that's beyond pathetic because they have no quarterback. I'm going to go with the big favorite here, and I don't normally like to lay the number, but I'm going to have to.
The question is just, Geno Smith can be okay sometimes. It's a short week. The Pats had some injuries. Brady, he is still 37. Are the Pats really going to be motivated to get a margin win here? I don't know. It just seems like it just feels a little bit weird to me. A lot of points here, right?
Yeah, well, Bill Belichick, if there's one team that he has no problems running up the score against, it's certainly the New York Jets. There's a little animus there. I think there's some animus between he and Ryan, but it seems like he's going to be angry at whoever is the coach of the Jets. Now, keep in mind, obviously, both teams are playing 3 games in 12 days, but the Jets, during that span, at San Diego, of course, as we know, home to Denver, and at New England. So they've had the tougher stretch. And one of the most false cliches a lot of times you'll hear, especially when it comes to the college bowls or when it comes to a team in the NFL on a bye, whether it's in the playoffs or whether it's in the regular season, they say, well, man, you give that coach 2 weeks to prepare, or in the case of college football, a month to prepare, he's going to totally destroy you. Well, the truth is, if somebody is a great coach, where they're going to be at their best is on short weeks, especially when the other coach is on a short week, where they have to coach outside their element and where they have to make decisions on the fly. And Bill Belichick, those people who love him will tell you it's not so much that he's great at preparing. Of course, not to say that he's not, but he makes in-game adjustments. So the short week benefits the superior coach, not the long rest. So I think that, New England, with the better coach, will certainly benefit much more from the short rest, where I think really if it's an inferior coach, sometimes a long rest can give an inferior coach a chance to mix in some wrinkles and what have you. So, no, I think the Patriots are the big play here. And again, this is somebody who doesn't normally like to lay big number, but when you're talking about a quarterback mismatch like this,
Well, Joe Duffy took the big favorite over the Jets last week and won with it, and here he's going to recommend it again. Pats minus 9.5 on Thursday night. Thanks so much, Joe.
The SBR network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.